The Weed of the Week is sponsored by the Enlist Weed Control System from Dow AgroSciences, a new herbicide and trait system that will build on glyphosate.
Your farm tells a story, one that continues with the decisions you make. Introducing the Enlist Weed Control System, an advanced herbicide and trait system that will build on glyphosate for exceptional control of tough weeds. The next chapter begins.
Our weed of the week is cattails.
Well, that has to be your favorite weed, Brian, because whenever you see cattails in a field, you get excited.
Well, let's put it this way. If I see cattails, chances are I've got a drainage problem out there. And don't get me wrong here, I'm not saying go out and destroy all your true wetlands, you know, the duck ponds and that kind of thing. But if you have allowed some cattails to grow out in normal crop ground that you usually farm, you need to get those things under control. And the way you do that is with a high rate of Roundup and a low rate of water. So use the maximum labeled rate of Roundup, the lowest possible water amount. The reason why you're doing this is cattails have a very waxy leaf surface. We can't stick much on that leaf surface, so you've got to have a very concentrated droplet.
Well, unfortunately with cattails, there aren't a whole lot of other control options. It's usually found in areas that are fairly wet. So if there is some water in those areas and you're trying to kill cattails, you may have to use a special kind of Roundup that's allowed to be sprayed right over water.
Yeah, an aquatic Roundup, so something like rodeo. But again, I guess we look at cattails, usually they're just in wetter areas, so if you can fix your drainage problem, the cattails will go away over time. But they are a perennial weed. They are difficult to control. We want to get as much Roundup on them as we can, and we've had good success doing that on our farm as long as we keep the water rate low.
That's all the time we have for this week's weed, but there's more Ag PhD to come after this.